The Old Mutual joBerg2c, delivered by Avis Van Rental and Telkom. Well, it's a long day, stage 5 at the Old Mutual joBerg2c. We're 122 kilometres all the way to Clifton School in Nottingham Road. We're starting at Mseni, neutral through to Winterton, and then 100 k's racing all that way. At the front here is A batch, which includes the slowest in the race. The fast ones will start at the back into Winterton. Day 5 starts with a relaxed neutral cruise into Winterton. The racing starts as we ride into the heart of the KwaZulu Natal bushveld on dirt roads and farm tracks, with a mighty Drakensberg away to the south. Heading northeast first, we traverse the cattle and maize farms outside Winterton. Great views of the Wachendrift Dam to the north signal the start of the hard work, with the bulk of the day's climbing coming in the last 40 kilometres. The lush green fields are a sign we've moved into the dairy belt of KwaZulu Natal, before we're welcomed by the lively, happy learners to our race village at Clifton School in Nottingham Road. The racing began in earnest just north of Winterton, where maize and cattle farms predominate. Commuting footpaths and cattle tracks create great mountain bike trails. The lead group contained the category leaders in the overall, Rabie and Kriya, as well as the mixed solo men's and women's team races. Catherine Williamson from the UK and Pretoria's Johan Labuschagne was setting the pace in the Lanham Love Mixed, keen to make up for the time they lost on stage 4. Mixed leaders Amy McDougall and Grant Usher, both world-class single-speed racers, were off the pace and working hard to close the gap. Stage 4 winners and third overall, Lil and Nietling of Dormer, US and Purefit, were in third place. Up front, the lead group had thinned out to 3 teams. Thule Piger TIB's White and Hill sandwiched between NAD Pro mountain bike team and Team Telkom. The course took the riders onto the Johannesburg-Durban main line for around 50 metres. The top 3 were still intact. Grant Usher needed technical assistance at the water point after taking a fall, an error that would cost them their overall lead. White and Hill were shed from the lead group on the rolling hills into Nottingham Road, leaving Telkom and NAD to fight it out for the win. The KwaZulu Natal based player had the company of solo men's leader Calvin Binneker as they headed towards the finish around 3.5 minutes down. A technical approach to the finish restricted passing manoeuvres, and when they emerged from the forest and onto the finish, it was Bell and Combrink who outsprinted Rabie and Kriya. Javi Combrink and Nico Bell took their second stage win of the week. They're now 3 minutes and 41 behind Team Telkom. White and Hill still in third place. In the Lanham Love Mix, the bicycle company Mitres pair of Labuschagne and Williamson have regained the lead. Usher and McDougall lost over 15 minutes on the day. Lil and Nietling in third. In the City Lodge Masters, Anderson and Kruger have over an hour and a half's lead after winning their fourth stage. In the City Lodge Veterans, the Robert Daniel pair are around 23 minutes clear of Stewart and Newman of Team Lucidity. The women's team leaders, Saunders and Skuman, have nearly 45 minutes over Van Heerden and Tennyson. Calvin Binneker is 9 minutes ahead of Charles McFall in a close solo men's race. Jane Secchi was second to Patsy Heim, but still holds the lead in the solo women. Phenomenal riding by the 90 kilo plus Buffaloes, Roger Fuller-Good and Barry Hawke, and solo Buffalo, Mark Verzop. The race's many facets continue to be revealed in glorious detail on one of the longest and toughest stages in the 7-year history of the Old Mutual joBerg2c. Paths that lead rural children to school and others that steer cattle to feed were our playgrounds up to the first water point at 60 kilometres. Let's enjoy the trails and the ride in the company of the Coffee Snobs and Die Storm.
Ek staan op, gemaak al die vensters toe. Probeer om die weer uit te hou. Maar die vensters van my siel is al te veel verniel. En ek sal dit meer dig kan hou. En die wind waai. En hy waai, 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 my deur mekaar. Maar hy waai, my reguit.
Ek gaan eier eet, groot proteïene. Hulle sê dit help dat die krampe nie so kwaai is nie. Gaan 'n bietjie soda byvat en dis die ding. Ons gaan by die einde uitkom.
The huge Wachendrift Dam in Moore Park was perhaps the day's and the race's watershed, for ahead lay the mountains. Race co-founder Farmer Glenn giving his Smurf a first-hand feel of the ride.
Windruk van buite, hart aan my ruite, en my wange is lankals op nat. Ek kruip al dieper komberse in. Probeer om die weer uit te hou. Maar diep hier binne waai stormsterkte winde en ek sal dit meer dig kan hou. En die wind waai.
Like peeling back an onion, the climbs came layer after tear-inducing layer. But there was a tasty reward at the second water point.
We've been fortunate to work with the farmers of the Hlatakuda catchment, right here where we're standing. This water table is located in the heart of the Drakensberg, KwaZulu Natal Midlands, which is home to the highest concentration of breeding wattle cranes in South Africa, which is a critically endangered crane species. We are very, very fortunate to have a really good working relationship with the farmers here. And you can see everyone is here pitching in and helping. And through this kind of initiative with joBerg2c, we're able to really bring people through the heart of these areas that many people wouldn't actually know exist. That without the farmers, we don't have things like critically endangered wattle cranes, our national bird blue cranes, and the beautiful Oribi antelope occurring naturally in the wild.
I want to sell my bike. Take it. I will be the photographer. Jesus, man. We don't have that in Belgium.
The lush, welcoming dairy farms, a sign we were close to home. If there was pain, it was masked by mist, cold and drizzle, all making for a truly unforgettable day. It's all about teamwork on the trails, and the Old Mutual World of Endurance is lending a helping hand to the riders through the week.
Something new that we've introduced now from the Old Mutual World of Endurance is the Power Hour session. So basically it's a very technical and long course that the guys are doing, so we thought what best to do other than give some guys some great expert advice, which is basically what Old Mutual is all about. Tonight we have the guys from the Off-Road Rescue Unit as well as my SAS, basically just taking you through some basic first aid principles and you know what to do if your buddy happens to go over the handlebars and that sort of thing.
Our last riders, ladies and gents, finishing the stage 5 of the Old Mutual joBerg2c. Can you believe it? What a day it's been, lads. Welcome to Clifton Nottingham Road.